Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Matthew Messina.
And I'm Brianna Graziano. Welcome to Code Blue News.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chuck LaRossi is here with his second rendition of the show, What's the Haps?, where he goes around Holbrook and sees how the pandemic has been affecting us.
You know the day destroys the night, night divides the day. Try to run, try to hide, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side, yeah. We chased our pleasures here, dug our treasures there.
Hey guys, it's Chuck LaRossi and I'm embarrassing myself in public today, doing absolutely nothing and talking to you because we're in a time right now where no one's even outside, so I don't even know how I'm going to embarrass myself. At the same time, it's been a long-awaited thing for me to do one of these, and I feel like comedy is something we need right now, but this is not funny, because I'm not funny. Am I funny?
No.
We're going to go take a walk, and we're gonna talk about what's going on in town, and So we're currently trespassing? We're not. That's a joke. So this is a back gate to my favorite place in Holbrook, the Holbrook Library. I know how to read, right? Okay. And yeah, we're gonna go look at all these places that are closed because we have nothing else to do.
I found an island in your arms, country in your eyes.
This is the library. You've probably been here before. It's pretty cool. It's kind of small. Our town's like what, 200 people? So you're gonna check the front. Shut up! I'm not touching that. This is where you return your books if, never mind. It's actually closed. The Holbrook Public Library, is closed. Return's closed, the library's closed. Social media, please visit the Holbrook Library social media pages. I didn't even put the social media on. You'll find it eventually, I guess. Hey, no way, it's Matt. Was that good?
Arms are chains, eyes are lies, break on through to the other side, break on through.
Dead streets of Holbrook. Not a sound, not a car. If I drop a pebble, might be able to hear it. If you drop a needle, might be able to hear it. If you drop a pen, might be able to hear it. Car. Hey guys, it's Chuck. We are in the most quiet part of Holbrook right now. It's very quiet. For some reason, as soon as I say it's quiet, a person comes walking, and a car comes coming. Car comes coming. Everything's dead. Every single thing in this town is quiet. It's either there's nothing here or there's a little bit of here. A little bit of here, a little something here. Stop getting so close to me.
Illinois man recently filed a lawsuit against President Trump. The man claims he was being discriminated against simply based on who he chose to marry. CBN reporter Vincent Tran has more on the story.
President Donald Trump signed the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act, also known as the CARES Act, into law on March 27th. Part of this act included the distribution of stimulus checks worth up to $1,200 per eligible person. In order to receive a check, you and your spouse, if applicable, would need to have Social Security numbers. This is to prevent undocumented immigrants from getting checks, but this also affects many lawfully present tax-paying immigrants. Because of this, an Illinois man going by the pseudonym of John Doe filed a lawsuit against President Trump, Treasury Secretary Leader Steven Mnuchin, and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. Doe claims that the CARES Act is unconstitutional as it discriminates him from other U.S. citizens based solely off who he chose to marry. Doe was unable to get a stimulus check, even though he is a legal citizen and has a Social Security number, because his spouse does not have one. However, Do claims that his wife does indeed pay taxes with a taxpayer identification number, but without a social security number, they are both still ineligible for the stimulus checks. John Doe seeks to defend an estimated 1.2 million other U.S. citizens who are in a similar situation to him. Whether you side with Trump and the current CARES Act, or with John Doe claiming it as unconstitutional, this has been Vincent Tran with Code Blue News.
Next up, Nick Chaffee is here with a bit of a hypothetical. Since we've proven that we can learn on a computer, are we ever going to have another snow day in our lives?
So, imagine this happens. Coronavirus ends when we return to school. So, after that miracle, let's add a feature in Massachusetts to that. A snow day. Obviously, you wouldn't go to school, right? Okay, this might actually be a big deal in the coming school years. Let me explain why. But first, a disclaimer. Anything I say is neither confirmed nor denied. I just don't have any insight into the decisions the school is making regarding the topic I'm going to be talking about today. And if I'm being honest, all of this is just a shower thought I had one night. So, because of the current pandemic, we use Zoom now, obviously. We are going to school online, going in a 3-period rotation each day. It makes sense for now, and when we return to school, whenever that may be, everything will be mostly normal. Teachers by this point will have been used to months of online schooling, and will now know how to teach and present work to students remotely. Has something clicked yet in your head? If not, let me share this one more thought with you and maybe it will. Say in January next year, we have a cancellation because of a freak blizzard. The storm is expected to last 2 days and deliver 15 inches of snow with road accessibility being minimal. However, power outages will be few. If that's the case, the school may go to the current rotation we have now with 3 periods per day, or we may have a normal half day with 6 periods condensed in a 3-hour time frame, all on Zoom, all remotely, thus canceling the snow day. So, this prospect might be irritating to many, imagining the snow days just being taken over by Zoom, and it's understandable why. Snow days are usually a nice break from school. It's a day to relax, enjoy the snow, get a nice cup of cocoa, and watch a show on Netflix cuddling with a blanket. Pros and cons now. Let's talk about this. Let's get to both sides of this and see what could happen if this actually happened in real life. What's the good that would come out of this? Well, the school year will end faster. If a school year ends on June 15th, it will end on June 15th because nothing should cancel the school year. If there's election day, hold school on Zoom. School construction? Zoom. Road construction? Zoom. Any reason the school could close and extend the year? That's no longer a thing, really. Another pro to this is that the day may then automatically turn into a half day and start later if it's canceled. Say school is closed and the schedule for the Zoom day is up. The classes will either follow the current path we have to classes or the normal half day schedule. Whatever administration picks, the day will still be 3 hours long. It could potentially start much later, probably at 9 and ending at 12. People will have time to sleep in a little bit later, then have the rest of the days to themselves. However, what are the cons of this? First, the snow day is lost, a big one for many people. People will still have to wake up generally early and just can't skip that day since attendance will probably be counted like it is in school normally. Next, teachers will have to shift their plans a little bit further than normal. When a cancellation happens, teachers probably just shift everything in their curriculum over by a day. If a test was supposed to be on Wednesday, now they're just put it for Thursday or Friday. However, if Zoom was put into the mix, teachers will now have to set themselves up for material that can supplement the 45 minutes they'd have to fill in. Book readings in English, paper-only tests in history and math, notes in science, all of this would have to be logistically solved by the teacher, and then the student would have to figure out how to work on all the work that they'd be getting at home. Thankfully, with all the technology that we've been getting at Holbrook Middle High School, most of these issues can be solved quickly, but kinks will still linger. Snow days may be a thing of the past, or for the sake of everyone, administrations around the country may keep snow days for us. Who knows what will happen? Only time will tell. This is Nick Chaffee, back to you.
For the third straight year, a 6th grader from Holbrook Middle High School has claimed the title state champion of the American Scholastic Achievement League. I have more on the story. Holbrook 6th grader Emily Yip has been named state champion of the American Scholastic Achievement League, an online competition where participants from across the country are given 1 hour to answer 100 questions on topics including government, music, history, math, science, literature, and general knowledge. This is the 3rd consecutive year a Holbrook 6th grader has claimed the title. Last year's champion was Jacob Arnstein, and the year before that was Alicia Killian.
I chose to participate in the Scholastic Challenge because it sounded like this really fun thing I could do to just challenge myself and to see how much I could do. I was kind of convinced by my sister too. I thought the challenge was at my adequate level, but it was a tiny bit harder than I thought it was going to be. There's something I want to add for maybe newcomers or people who are hesitating to do it. You shouldn't be afraid of your score. It's something you should just challenge yourself with. Don't let the score scare you. It doesn't define you. Even if you do bad, you should still be proud of yourself because you challenged yourself.
Good job to everyone that participated in this rigorous academic experience. This has been Brianna Graziano with Code Blue News.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Code Blue News. Until next time, I'm Matthew Messina.
And I'm Brianna Graziano.